Have you ever dealt with someone who made you feel like you were constantly walking on eggshells? Someone who twisted every conversation to make themselves the victim or the hero, leaving you drained and confused? So, you might have encountered a narcissist. Narcissists thrive on attention, control, and emotional reactions, but there's one thing they can't handle: being suddenly cut off without explanation. This tactic disrupts their need for dominance and leaves them powerless. Imagine spending months or even years bending over backward to accommodate someone who never truly appreciated you. No matter how much you gave, it was never enough. Narcissists manipulate, gaslight, and make you question your own reality. But when you suddenly stop responding, when you disappear without a word, the dynamic shifts entirely. The person who once held all the power is now scrambling, desperate to regain control. This abrupt silence shatters their illusion of superiority. A narcissist's greatest fear is losing their source of attention and validation. When you cut them off without warning, they're left in complete disarray. They may bombard you with messages, play the victim, or even try to smear your reputation, all in an attempt to provoke a reaction. But their desperation reveals their weakness. They can't stand being ignored. This is why the sudden cutoff is so effective. It strips them of their power to manipulate you. To protect yourself from a narcissist's toxic games, you must cut them off decisively. Block them on all platforms, avoid any form of contact, and resist the urge to explain yourself. Narcissists feed off emotional responses, so giving them any justification only fuels their manipulation. By disappearing completely, you deny them the drama they crave and force them to confront their own insignificance in your life. Unlike healthy individuals, narcissists struggle to accept rejection. Their fragile egos depend on external validation, so being ignored feels like a direct attack. They may hover, attempting to suck you back into their cycle of abuse, but staying strong is crucial. Remember, any response, even a negative one, gives them the attention they seek. Silence is the ultimate weapon against their manipulation. Cutting off a narcissist isn't just about ending communication, it's about reclaiming your mental and emotional freedom. By refusing to engage, you break their hold over you and regain control of your life. The initial silence may be difficult, but the long-term peace is worth it. Narcissists crumble when they lose their audience, and by walking away for good, you ensure they never regain power over you again. Stay strong, stay silent, and prioritize your well-being above their games. Before we dive in, if you're finding this topic relatable, make sure to give this video a like, share it with someone who might need it, and follow for more insights on psychology and self-empowerment. Let's get started. Narcissists are masters of manipulation. They know how to push your buttons, how to make you doubt yourself, and how to keep you hooked in a cycle of hope and disappointment. They love the chase, the back-and-forth drama where they can play the victim, the savior, or the misunderstood genius. But what happens when you take away the one thing they crave most? Your attention. When you suddenly cut off a narcissist, you disrupt their entire game. These individuals rely on emotional reactions to feel powerful. Whether it's anger, sadness, or even desperate attempts to please them, your emotions are their fuel. But silence, indifference, that's their kryptonite. A narcissist can handle conflict, they can even thrive on it, but what they can't handle is being ignored. Think about it, narcissists have a fragile sense of self-worth buried deep beneath their arrogant exterior. Their entire persona is built on external validation. They need to feel admired, needed, or even feared to maintain their illusion of superiority. When you cut them off without explanation, you're essentially holding up a mirror to their deepest fear that they don't matter. And that realization is enough to send them into a tailspin. You might be wondering, but won't they just move on to someone else? And the answer is probably. Narcissists always seek new sources of supply. But here's the key: when you disappear without a word, you deny them the closure they desperately want. Most people, when ending a relationship, give explanations or engage in arguments. Narcissists feed off that. They love the chance to manipulate, guilt trip, or play the victim one last time. But when you simply vanish, they're left with nothing to work with. This is why the sudden cutoff is so powerful. It's not about revenge, it's about reclaiming your power. Narcissists hate feeling powerless, and nothing makes them feel more powerless than being ghosted by someone they thought they had under their control. They may try to hoover you back in, love-bombing you with sudden affection, playing the victim to mutual friends, or even launching a smear campaign. But if you stay silent, their efforts will only expose their desperation. Now, let's talk about how to execute the sudden cutoff effectively. First, you must commit to absolute no contact. That means blocking them on every platform, avoiding places they frequent, and refusing to engage in any way. Even a single response can reset their ego and give them the satisfaction of knowing they still affect you. Second, prepare for their reaction. Narcissists don't go quietly. They may rage, beg, or try to manipulate you through others. Stay strong. Their outbursts are proof that your silence is working. Ending a relationship with a narcissist is only the beginning of your healing journey. While walking away is a crucial step, the real challenge lies in undoing the emotional conditioning they've instilled in you. Narcissists manipulate their victims into craving their approval or fearing their reactions, making detachment difficult. However, by severing ties, you reclaim control over your life. This act of courage sets the foundation for rebuilding your self-worth and rediscovering your independence. After cutting off a narcissist, it's essential to focus on healing and self-restoration. Surround yourself with supportive, loving people who validate your feelings and remind you of your worth. Engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment, whether it's pursuing a hobby, practicing self-care, or simply reconnecting with your passions. Over time, you'll begin to see how much of yourself was diminished in the toxic relationship. Healing is a process, but each step forward strengthens your sense of self. As you distance yourself from the narcissist, the fog of manipulation begins to lift. What once felt like love or attachment now reveals itself as control and emotional abuse. The more you detach, the clearer it becomes how damaging the relationship truly was. This realization is painful but necessary. It reinforces why walking away was the right decision. Remember, healing isn't linear, but with time you'll gain clarity and peace. A sudden cutoff is more than just a tactic. It's a bold declaration of self-respect. Narcissists thrive on attention and control, so when you refuse to engage, it disrupts their power over you. They may try to hoover you back with guilt, anger, or false promises, but your silence speaks volumes. As they scramble to regain control, you'll witness their frustration, and in that moment, you'll realize just how free you've become. Breaking free from a narcissist is liberating, but it also requires patience and self-compassion. There will be moments of doubt or loneliness, but these are temporary. Over time, you'll rediscover your strength and independence. Celebrate small victories, whether it's ignoring their attempts to contact you or simply enjoying a day without their negativity. Freedom isn't just about leaving, it's about reclaiming your life and happiness. If you've made it this far, know that you're not alone. Many have walked this path and emerged stronger. Share your story or this advice with others who may be struggling. Sometimes the right words can inspire someone to take their first step toward freedom. Remember, you hold the power to walk away, and your silence can be the loudest statement of all. Stay strong, trust your journey, and take back the life you deserve.